The tide goes out for half a mile at Pegwell Bay and creeps back in across the mud flats. Later in the day, my granddad took me with him several times to help him dig up worms. He liked to fish for bass from Ramsgate Pier with the lugworms, bass, big fur. You look for castings on the mud, those worm poops lead you to your prey. Construct a foot-deep U-shaped trench to drain some water away. The holes you dig for worms stay dry, makes them easier to find. We kept the biggest, fattest lugworms, left the rest behind. That's a handsome worm, he would say, what a lovely wriggler. He's gonna squirm on the hook when I stick his tickler. Never mind the slime, feel his tail, so long and strong and firm, mother of God. That's a handsome worm. After several hours we had a box of worms worthy of the work. We filled the holes back in. You don't want a kid to slip in and get hurt. Then the Pegwell Bay Cafe for a ginger biscuit and a cup of tea. I loved my granddad, always will. He meant everything to me. I have the silver cup my granddad won in 1954. The biggest bass by hook and line from all along the East Kent shore. He said you dig 100 lugworms for every one you use. Pick the prettiest, juiciest one of all, set him on the hook. That's a handsome worm, he would say, what a lovely wriggler. He's gonna squirm on the hook when I stick his tickler. Never mind the slime, feel his tail, so long and strong and firm, mother of God. That's a handsome worm. To a fisherman and a fish, that's a handsome worm.
That's great. So that was one of your other entries in the new
No,
folk?
that's a brand new song. It's like it's only a month.
I was gonna say you should have entered that new folk.
Yeah, next year.
How big around are these worms really?
Well, a really big lugworm could be like
Wow.
my thumb,
Wow.
Wow.
and they're lumpy looking.
You could
They're
cut
really
that into
ugly
sections
worms.
and fish
Like
for a month.
Giant larvae of some.
Well, they're more like a slug. It's like a
Uh-huh.
long, soft slug.
People eat them.
No, fish
just
do.
Fish, just for bait.
A greasy rag lies on the floor of an empty garage with an open door. Just memories of the past. Well, not anymore. It's the first drive in over 30 years. The results of lots of sweat and tears. It's the first drive in over 30 years. Memories no longer just in the mirrors. It's the first drive in over 30 years. Memories no longer just in the mirrors. Drive down to the lake, it's show off time. Past the beach, the 8 tracks play. She's so fine, my this time the car is mine. Oh, it's the first drive in over 30 years. Memories no longer just in the mirrors. It's the first drive in over 30 years. Memories no longer just in the mirrors. The 8-track's playing, she's so fine, my 409. But this time the car is mine. It's the first drive in over 30 years. Memories no longer just in the mirrors. A greasy rag lies on the floor of an empty garage with an open door.
She's real fine, my 409.
Did you really have one?
No. No, I came home one day and the garage door was open. There's a greasy rag there, and okay, that's good. I just did that part, and I thought, oh God, now what's going to happen? Why isn't the car back there? Was there a bad accident? And I thought, no, I don't want to make a sad song.
We learned in songwriter school this week that you don't have to have a 409 as long as somebody had a 409.
That's right.
Yeah.
As the singer. It's all
Yes.
fine.
Exactly right.
The facts get in the way of a good story.
That's exactly
Teresa,
right. Teresa, wake
you
up.
get to dance on this one.
It's time for you, Dancy.
I thought I'd do Cottonwood Snow again and you would joke and dance.
Have y'all met?
Yes,
Yeah.
a couple
Okay,
times.
good. I was telling her all
I've only
my
known you
favorite
for like
camps.
6 years or 7 or 8, 10 years now. It seems like it's been that long.
Okay.
At least 8. You know,
Oh, it feels
time
like
flies.
yesterday, right?
I know, every time. Yeah, get the dance floor ready.
Riding down the canyon while the desert sun slowly sets, splashing the cottonwood trees with purples and reds. I stop to light a roll your own, ponder on my wife. And the night I almost left Jenny, the only love of my whole life. You see, the fancy ladies in town had curves that had tricked my eyes, but the slump of Jenny's shoulders showed the sorrow she could not hide. My cowboy pride made me leave after I packed my roll. My horse left pale footprints as we rode through the cottonwood snow, and I thought I don't need her anymore until the cottonwood snows in the spring. The columbines on the mountainside, I hear a bluebird sing. Then I'd miss her smiling voice, the way she said hello. The first time I met her, we danced in the cottonwood snow. Now, it's been 20 years since that night. You know, I never looked back at the broken hearts and empty dreams I might have left on that muddy track. But memories of springtime and snow made me turn around and slowly canter back to her, waiting at the edge of town. Back when I thought I don't need her anymore, until the cottonwood snows in the spring. The columbines on the mountainside, I hear a bluebird sing. Then I'd miss her smiling voice, the way she said hello. The first time I met her, we danced in the cottonwood snow. Then I'd miss your smiling voice, the way you said hello. The first time I met you, we danced in the cottonwood snow.
Nice.
I love playing it and see
You
people
guys
dance.
have done that before,
That's
haven't
cool.
you?
Dancing to
As
it.
recently as last night. I
At least
believe.
I've heard about it. I heard about it. I was inept
That, I
in
thought,
my
oh, I'll
bed.
do that again. That was pretty neat.
I don't know what that's gonna look like, but I don't care either. I'm just gonna do that. Here's another one of my entries for this year.
You had 6.
I had 6.
I only
Yeah.
had 2 to complain
I've never tried.
I've been writing
never
songs
had
with
their
my
life.
girlfriend, and she's been making my lyrics better too, just by being around her. But this was kind of a long time commitment for me to write a song for my grandfather, who passed away years ago. He had lived with Alzheimer's the last 10 years or so of his life. His wife, of course, my grandmother, lived to 98. He lived to 84, so she had a long time on her own. But he, well, I'll just say, the only thing I can say about this is that my grandfather was a steel worker, and he worked on everything he ever owned with a pipe wrench. Didn't matter what it was, he always used a pipe wrench. This is called Spilled a Little Blood. Is this the right beat? We better do it this way. My grandpa, that's not the right beat, is it? My grandpa worked the steel mills in northern Illinois, the Phoenix Steel Company, till he retired from his employ. 49 years he'd go to work early in the morn. He'd bend horseshoes all day till the sound of the horn. Then he'd come home to Grandma, but first to take a shower, to remove the grime and the grit of a day's work in an hour. Then he'd work out in the yard till the sun set in the west. He'd bring the food to the table to be blessed. My grandpa was a quiet man, he never had a lot to say. A pipe wrench in his hand, he'd work on the car in the driveway. Sometimes he would curse expletives in a flood. felt the job was done if he spilled a little blood. Now, Grandpa never learned how to read or write in school, but he did things his own way, always followed the golden rule. Oh, shoot. Don't forget the words.
Right when I start filming.
Oh, no.
That's what did it.
Okay, let me fix
Post
it.
that one.
Let me fix it, because I can get my lyrics up, I think. Sorry about that. It's just too new.
I've heard a couple times.
I
That's
know.
what's nice about that Zoom. I
I
like
know.
the song.
You-
It's a really
You
good
get to
one.
hear him all the time on a Zoom. Come on, what is going on with this thing now? Hello, wake up. What the hell are you doing? I'm trying to remember the song now. Uh-huh. It's almost there. Let me go do that verse again.
The blood again. Stuff from before that.
Grandpa never learned how to read or write in school, but he did things his own way, always followed the golden rule. Oh shoot! Now I fixed myself into not being able to remember it.
Okay.
I hate
I
that when
won't
that
know.
happens. Come on.
As soon as you don't film, he's
I
gonna be
know it's ridiculous,
Right,
man.
Yeah.
Come
So
on.
I've got
The
no
minute
shame. I
another
got my
song
iPad
starts,
already
it's
set up for the song.
going
I'm
over.
gonna sing.
I know. It'll all come back right then.
Yeah.
This is fucked up too. Grab my phone underneath the thing I just plugged in.
Now here?
Yeah, just I know that one has it on it. Thanks, Joe.
Sure.
I want it. Yeah, I mean, I want the song to be done correctly, and I don't want to screw it up. So give me a break. Okay, back up. Back up. Songs. My songs. Spilled a little blood. Here we go. How about if I do it all over again? Oh wait, this is my camp. I can do anything I want. What the hell am I thinking? Let me put glasses on so I can actually see what I'm reading.
No,
Oh,
start in the
there it
middle of
is.
the first verse. I'll cut and paste with what I've got.
Big
No,
skip.
no,
I should change my shirt then. Okay, here we go. My grandpa worked the steel mills in northern Illinois, the Phoenix Steel Company, till he retired from his employ. 47 years he'd go to work early in the morn. He'd bend horseshoes all day till the sound of the horn. Then he'd come home to Grandma, but first to take a shower, to remove the grime and the grit of a day's work in an hour. Then he'd work out in the yard till the sun set in the west. He'd tend the garden to bring the food to the table to be blessed. Grandpa was a quiet man, he never had a lot to say. A pipe wrench in his hand, he'd work on the car in the driveway. Sometimes he would curse expletives in a flood, and he only felt the job was done if he spilled a little blood. Grandpa never learned how to read or write in school, but he did things his own way, always followed the golden rule. But a wiser man you never see in your time on this earth. He knew how to fix things from the moment of his birth. I learned how to use a saw and a hammer and a nail. I watched my dad and Him and my dad built our house to every detail. They spent all their free time just to get the house just right, to have a place for the boys and the girls to sleep at night. Grandpa was a quiet man, he never had a lot to say. A pipe wrench in his hand, he'd work on the car in the driveway. Sometimes he would curse expletives in a flood, and he only felt the job was done if he spilled a little blood. Now as a young man I never learned how to swear, but I heard a lot from Grandpa, all that he could spare. And I use them sometimes, just hoping against hope I would not get my mouth washed out with Mom's ivory soap. My grandpa was a quiet man, he never had a lot to say. A pipe wrench in his hand, he'd work on the car in the driveway. Sometimes he would curse expletives in a flood, and he only felt the job was done if he spilled a little blood. Yeah, he only felt the job was done if he spilled a little blood.
Hey,
Thanks.
you did it.
It was one of my other new folk entries.
Wow.
Yay.
I'm glad you
Wait, you
looked at
entered that?
I entered 6 songs this year.
Oh, check it
I was saying my girlfriend and I co-wrote a bunch of songs. 3 or 4 of them, of the entries, were with her, and I think 2 or 3 of them were just mine straight out. But
You're entering New Folk and you're teaching songwriting school?
I guess that's why I didn't get in, huh? Oh, you can't pick him. He teaches.
I mean, yeah, like save it for the little guys.
Well, actually, I think it's just because I'm 65. I'm sorry, we can't give. Oh no, actually, what it is most of those people that do the listening, they know who I am. They know my voice. I've been here for 28 years.
Yeah, they're like, ah.
Oh, it's just Bill Nash. Janice.
I was just thinking what to do. You know, the only time a significant other has helped me with lyrics was, usually by inspiring.
by telling you to stop writing that.
No, inspiring all kinds of, hateful songs. But
Yeah.
that's nice that you're getting it. Now, see,
Oh.
I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to do an old
good.
song that I recently remembered how to play.
Oh, nice.
Because your song kind of made me think of it.
Okay.
I remember late nights, Daddy in his boxers and pulled up socks, bad dancing, dad dancing.
Same thing.
He had these knobby knees, he'd swing them both together, apart and together. It was bad dancing. It was dad dancing. He would try and grab mama, but she would just laugh. He'd push him back, he'd be prancing around, strutting and clowning like he had no cares. Ooh, put on some old school soul, some Sam Cooke, some Ray Charles. Nobody else needs to know how uncoordinated we are. We'll go dance around the living room like my crazy daddy used to do. Bad dancing, dad dancing. He'd have a hard day at work, drag himself through the door, get him a highball poured, and start a record spinning. take off his shoes and pants and do a little dance and get a little silly, more than a little silly. It's my favorite memory and good advice for living. The things that I learned watching him sway and turn and shake off the can. Oh, put on some old school soul, some Sam Cooke, some Ray Charles. Nobody else needs to know how uncoordinated we are. We'll go dancing around the living room like we're crazy daddy used to do. Band dancing, band dancing. He had the dorkiest moves, but he knew sometimes that's just what you gotta do. You put on some old school soul, put on some Sam Cooke, put on some Ray Charles. Nobody needs to know. We'll go dancing around the living room like we're crazy daddy used to do. Band dancing, band dancing. Let's do some band dancing. Let's do some band dancing. We'll do some band dancing. Like dad dancing.
That's great.
Oh wow.
That was almost too visual, you know.
What, his nickname was Sparrow Leg, so
Take off my
imagine
pants.
that little
oh my
knee thing,
God.
yeah.
Ooh. That's awesome, man.
Oh man, I have a dad song too.
Okay, this is dad round. Dad round.
Granddad. Paternal figures.
I wish I could say. Well, actually, no, I'll just play the song.
I thought you were gonna say. I wish I could say I liked him. It's like,
You know, I actually really love my dad. We
Well,
have
okay,
a great relationship.
that's good.
He's an old curmudgeon stoner guitar player.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
He's great.
I
I
like
love
him. I
him.
like him already. I like him already.
Okay, so
These are people.
I'm still working the kinks out of this song, but I hope you like it. Driving around the houses, drinking cans of Coke, sharing a bag of Doritos. We better lick our fingers clean before Mom gets home. This is what I live for. I don't want it to end. We're cracking up, making puns. You're telling me the one about nacho cheese again. Nobody else can get me to laugh so hard it hurts inside. Don't know how long this will last, but I'll take it. And I hope I don't screw it up tonight. There are days that make you happy, then something makes you change your mind. There are days that make you happy. I just wish that I could make you happy all the time. Tucked in bed, I'm listening. I love it when you tell about the 13 dwarfs who come knocking on the door to raise all kinds of hell. Bonus points if you know what story I'm referencing. I hear you playing guitar downstairs when I get home from school. At Christmas time I notice a baby-size acoustic in my room. So I learned to play a few chords. One day I quit, 'cause it reminds me of you. There are days I make you happy, till something makes you change your mind. There are days I make you want to smile at me and treat me kind. There are days I think you love me, but those days all would fade to nights. There are days I make you happy. I just wish that I could make you happy all the time. I take what I can get, 'cause I've seen fire and I've seen brimstone in your eyes. Some nights I lie awake wondering how to make sense of all the good times. 'Cause there are days I make you happy, but then something makes you change your mind. There are days I make you happy, but there's not a day when I don't try. 'Cause I live for the days when I make you happy. Wish I could make you happy all the time. All the time. All the time.
That's very sweet.
Actually,
No,
I have one
right?
at home. I have the same.
Yeah.
Thanks, y'all.
Yeah, this one,
Thanks, Joe.
See, Joe.
and it's the Koa.
Yeah.
I'd like actually,
Acacia.
I'd like to try. I wanted to get this smaller guitar because my fingers bent